My name is John McGowan and I'm a printmaker. Welcome to my studio, where we're going to take a look at some Lascaux Tusches and explain to you how I started using them. This is an introduction to 5 films that explore each of the Tusches in turn. I'll show you my very first Lascaux Tuche print and give you a general idea about how those Tusches can be used. Traditionally, a touche is a greasy solution used in lithography for painting washes on stones or plates. However, Lascaux Tusches are water-based media for screen printing that are specially formulated for working onto plastic sheets or substrate to make handmade or autographic positives. Many types of mark can be created, from reticulated washes to soft ground effects. You may wonder what the significance is of the different colours of the Tusches. Well, mainly it's to identify them from each other. The Tusches can be applied to a transparent plastic film using a multitude of techniques, including drawing, painting, scratching and spraying, but there are many other ways to work with them. The Tuche mediums contain opaque particles which resist light. The resulting positive images are then transferred onto a screen that's coated with photosensitive emulsion. Lascaux Tusches are not new. I have been using them since 2003, finding out about them through reading Robert Adam and Carol Robertson book, Screenprinting: The Complete Water-Based System. I know from my own experience of hesitant experimentation when I first used the Tusches that it helps if you can see someone using the new medium. Not everyone understood these new mediums, so after using the Tusches for 13 years, I made a film called Making a Landscape Print Using Lascaux Tusches. It's on YouTube, and there's a link to it on the Lascaux webpage that lists the Tusches. Here are the different Tusches. Film 1, Touche Wash. Film 2, Water-soluble Touche. Film 3, Waterproof Touche. Film 4, Wash Spray. And Film 5, Soft Ground Effect. In addition to the Tusches, there is also a lift solution and a diluting liquid that will feature in the films. Initially, I found it quite hard to comprehend each Tusche's distinctive qualities and how they might be used together. I wanted to discover whether you can use all the Tusches on one positive or create a variety of textures with just one. Later, I'll be showing you the print that I made at Graal Press, where I was able to try out all of the Lascaux Tusches under the expert's eye. And I hope that this will give you some idea of their potential. I first tried out the Tusches when I was working as an art teacher in a school where John Piper's work was well known. I decided to base my first print with the Tusches on Piper's lithographic style, which is full of textural invention. To help give my work a Piper focus, I found an illustration that he had made for a book cover, which had a schematic representation of marketplace buildings. I reinterpreted his idea by photographing and then sketching the buildings in one of the local streets near my school. Here are some of the compositional sketches and the master drawing for the print to be made at Graal Press. I also worked on a positive of the buildings using more traditional tools, Chinagraph pencil and technical pen. Carol Robertson had also been looking at Piper's work, so we were both tuned into the qualities of his lithographic mark-making techniques. We discussed Piper's work, the number of colours to be printed, and the kind of touche textures to be used. Then we started by making a map of the image onto a separate substrate. This was to identify the different areas of colour in the print. I made a series of orthographic positives for each of the colours, which were to fit under my master drawing. The task was to make varied textures with a variety of the Lascaux Tusches. I'll place each one of them on the light box and describe which of the Lascaux Tusches was used and the method of application, and then you can see the proof made from each positive. This is the grey positive, mainly wash spray touche, the brown areas. Magenta waterproof touche is used for the gestural marks at the top and the bottom, and the lift solution was also used on this positive. Some touche wash, the black, is used in one or two smaller areas. And here's the print made from it. The yellow posi. Lots of water-soluble touche, that's the mid-brown, painted, scratched and splattered. Then magenta waterproof touche, splattered, painted and dabbed, and some scratched black touche wash. And here's the proof. Then the red posi. This is the soft ground touche. Some of the marks have been made by using grasses and leaves, which are passed through an etching press and then peeled away from the touche. Fabric is coated with the touche and imprinted on the substrate. 17 years on, it's a bit hard to remember all the techniques. The soft ground is easy to edit, but quite fragile. Elsewhere, the water-soluble touche is both scratched and blotted. The red proof. And here's all three colours printed together. And a slightly muted early proof with the key positive added. Throughout the 3 days at Graal, we continue to add and subtract marks and textures onto the 3 colour positives. I learnt how easy it was to edit the touches. In the following years, I began to understand more about how you can work into the surface of the touches with sharpened sticks, abrasive pads, wire wool, sandpaper, and I used a simple atomizer to create half-tones and learnt how to build up splattered layers with a toothbrush. Post-Graal Press, I continued to edit the positive that I made, and then created an edition of that print in early 2004. The experience of working with Carol at Graal Press certainly gave me greater confidence in using the Lascaux Tusches. Over the years, I have continued to use them, both singly and in combination in my screen prints. I want to share with you some of the pleasure and satisfaction that I get from working with the Tusches. So we've had a look at the different Tusches and seen how they can build up textural layers in a single print. In the series of short films that follow, which I hope you'll take a look at, I'll explore some of the textures that can be achieved with each of the Tusches. You will find a PDF about them and a link to all of the other films about the Tusches on the Lascaux website. If you want to start experimenting with the Tusches, there's a set of 85ml bottles available to get you started. And don't forget to take a look at the book Screenprinting, the Complete Water-Based System. Carol and Robert, both experienced printmakers and artists, have been searching for safer and healthier printmaking products and methods which would meet the need for professional printmakers, art schools, as well as artists. In Lascaux and its owner Barbara Diethelm, herself a painter appreciating printmaking, they found a devoted partner to collaborate with. Lascaux is known as a pioneer in water-based artist colours and already offered products for water-based screen printing. The collaboration led to a wider product range, expanding the scope of traditional screen printing.